Hi everybody, welcome again to another fun little video I'm doing about stuff I found at the thrift store. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So I went to the thrift store today, and what did I find? A Java book, but not just any Java book. 2002 Java book by a very famous bunch of authors, couple authors, who are known for doing college level sort of programming instructional books back in the day. And I happened to go to college and use their C++ version of how to program. And so I thought, oh, this is kind of a cool looking book. I'm kind of interested in checking it out. And as you can see, there's tons of different things that it does cover in Java. And the group that authors who were involved in this production were Deitel and Deitel. So if you see Deitel and Deitel on a cover of a book about programming, I would definitely give it a second look. So this one actually had the CD-ROM as well included, so that was definitely a plus. And as you can see on the back cover here, lots and lots of stuff that it covers, but particularly I notice it's $9.99 Canadian with no taxes. So I thought, for 10 bucks, yeah, I could pick this up. I'm interested. But there was another thing that I found for $25, and I was thinking, $25. Now that is a pretty sweet deal if it works. It's an Acer. As it turns out, it's an Acer Travelmate 4500 series model ZL1, and the screen was in good condition, and all the different rubber pieces around the screen seem to be in good condition. The keyboard has kind of a unique sort of curved setup to it, and the actual keys, as you can see, are in good shape. So I noticed that it had a Centrino sticker on it, so obviously it's Intel. And what that really means is that it has an Intel Pentium 1.6 gigahertz processor, and it has discrete graphics, being the mobile Radeon 9700 graphics, and it would be running Windows XP originally. And there it is. There's the specifics along with some of the extra keys that Acer used to build into these things. And on the side we can see that it has a DVD writer and basically a burner. And it has in the front space facing speakers with a infrared port. It has a couple of indicator lights, Bluetooth indicator, as well as Wi-Fi indicator, as well as 3 audio ports and a USB plug in the front with the other speaker. So very nicely set up in the front there, lots of access. And then of course you have your FireWire port, your card reader, your PC card slot. You've got a couple more USB slots, a S-video, your network and modem, and you got your heat vent. And on the bottom we actually even have a battery, which is often missing when it sits around Valley Village any length of time. These people come around and steal them. But if we look at the actual tag, and we can see that it actually was all the details there, and it would have had it would have required a 65 watt power adapter. So yeah, there you go. This is something I looked up some information on it. This is what it would have looked like if it was running. Like I said, I couldn't find the power adapter while I was there, so I couldn't really look into it. This is the bottom of it in more complete condition. This is something I didn't show you, but there was a VGA port, there's the power port, and there's a proprietary Acer port in the back there, likely for a dock attachment. And like I said, it would have ran Windows XP, and from what I could research about it, it had an Intel Pentium M 1.6 gigahertz processor, would have been single core, would have shipped with 512 megabytes of RAM, and it would have had an 80 gigabyte hard drive. So that was a real interesting laptop, and I would have actually bought it, except I was able to open up the bottom of it and discovered that the hard drive was missing, and so was the hard drive caddy that would have held it in place. So without those two things, it kind of was a no-go for me. But for 25 bucks, I would have got it, I think, because I like XP, I don't mind it. And this one looked like it was in pretty good shape. The other thing is, I would have liked to have been able to test it with some kind of a power supply, and that way I would have been able to determine if at least it posts. So what did I get though? I did pick up the Java book, bought it, brought it home, cleaned it up. It's in great shape. A little wear and tear because it's been read, but in good shape. The actual CD was in good shape too. Cleaned it up, just like wiped it off, a little soap and water, and put it in a little container to keep it in good shape. And I'll probably end up putting that up on the archive.org or Internet Archive for other people who might need it or want it at some point. So there you go. That's what I actually brought home. And yeah, and so here's the actual video of my adventure here. I'll warn you in advance though, the sound is pretty bad because I'm in a big thrift store, very echoey, and I can't really be like speaking too loudly because it's a very public place, so kind of have to mumble away and talk, but hopefully you can hear enough of it. And that is going to be my little adventure with you guys, so here you go.
At Value Village, and I found a couple of things. This looks pretty nice. Deitel Deitel. If you don't know the names of those authors, they go big on C, C++, and they did a lot of college texts. This one is $9.99, and it still has a C-ROM. I believe it's from 2002, so it's older. These kind of things. And then you got this. Now this was very tempting because it's actually in pretty good shape. We can actually open it. There we go. So this is actually in pretty good shape. The monitor, the screen looks pretty good. The keyboard isn't too bad. It's not worn to death. It's an XP system, so not great. So it'll be a single core. But it's very well appointed and not really badly beaten up. I couldn't find, so it's a Travelmate 4500. Couldn't find a power supply for it, unfortunately. But, it does have some decent, design put into it. And it's kind of like a later model XP, I think. certainly has thinness to it compared to some of these old ones. Card reader, that tells me something right there too. It's not that. Yeah, it's not the oldest XP system. So yeah, it's not in bad shape. So flip it over here. Oh, and it has its battery. And it would have had a COA, but who cares? Not important. Looks like it's easy to get at things. The thing that stops me from getting it is somebody's removed the hard drive. I opened it up and it doesn't have a hard drive, so that was the problem. And I don't even have a power supply to test to see if it posts, because I could probably put in another hard drive, no big deal, but for 24 bucks I think it'd be better. This is probably gonna come home, and this is gonna stay to be ripped apart by somebody else to get RAM or something out of it. Alright, that's it. Quick 3-minute video. Talk to you later. Bye.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little video. You never know what you're going to find when you go thrift shopping, so I always enjoy just stopping by when I'm in the area. It's very close to my house, so I just can walk over and just kind of take a look, see what they got. And you never know what you're going to find. That's the fun of the thrift shopping experience. I'm glad you could come along, and I'll see you in the next video.